Hey guys, it's Amber Shanice here and welcome back to my channel. I have something so exciting in store today. I'm making this really beautiful bowl gathered dress that is a pattern hack of the Pansy pattern by Rosary Apparel. This is not my first time hacking the Pansy pattern by Rosary Apparel. I did make a Pinafore dress as well using the same pattern, and I will link it in the description box below. On her channel, she has a video explaining exactly how she hacked her Pansy pattern to make this really beautiful bowl gathered dress, and it's been on my list of things to make for quite some time now because I just absolutely love this dress when I first saw her create it. I love the fullness of the dress and the whimsy of the dress, and I wanted something very similar but just not with the same high neckline. I am expecting my daughter soon, and I knew I needed a dress that would be nursing friendly, so I wanted to lower the neckline while still keeping that same whimsy and beauty of this dress. So for the whole front bodice of this dress, I did hack this myself. I think this is called like the Milkmaid style dress. I knew I really wanted like a Milkmaid style dress in the front, and I really wanted these shoulder panels to be separate. So I explained everything in the video, exactly how I went about hacking her pattern to make this front bodice work for the style of dress that I wanted. And I'm very happy that everything turned out beautifully without me having to make a toile or anything. It's going to be very easy to nurse with because I added these little ties. I could just untie and nurse my baby girl, and it's still just such a beautiful dress. It's a beautiful maternity dress for right now, and it's going to be beautiful postpartum as well. It's so flowy, it's not restricting, it's comfortable and made of this really lightweight cotton. It's a very thin and breathable fabric. My baby girl is due right around the corner at the top of spring, so I know that when things start warming up a tiny bit, this is going to be the perfect breezy dress to wear around the house or go grocery shopping or running whatever errands I need to run while taking care of my babies. So if you too would like to make this hack of this beautiful bowl gathered dress by Rosary Apparel, please keep on watching because we're going to jump right into the video. Okay, so to begin making this dress, I first need to start off by getting my pattern pieces cut out. Because I'm doing the bodice of this dress differently than Rosary Apparel's hack that she did for her Pansy pattern, I'm gonna have to get creative and figure out how to draw this pattern out to make it come to life and pray that this works. So I'm gonna bring you guys over to my table while I try to navigate how I'm gonna go about hacking this bodice. In my sketch, I have sketched everything out the same. I plan to keep the sleeves the same and the whole skirt portion of the dress the same as she did for her hack for this bow gathered dress. The only thing I will be changing is this front bodice section. I'm still deciding if I want to put the keyhole that she has on the back bodice on this dress or not, because it's technically not needed, but I haven't decided yet if I want to keep that in the dress or not. As for the front bodice, I know I want to separate this into 4 sections instead of the one panel that she has going across the entire dress. Let's go ahead and get this configured properly. To begin working off of the original Pansy pattern template, starting at the top of the shoulder seam, you are going to go over 2 3/4 inches from the top of the pattern, and going straight down 6 inches from there, you're going to make a mark as your point of reference. Now on the fold on the inside of the template, you're going to go down 3 inches. From that point, draw a line that goes over 2 3/4 inches and connect those 2 lines together. From that new extension, you are going to go down 1.5 inches and make a point, and you're going to connect those 2 points together to create that sloped neckline. Above that line, you're going to make an identical slope that connects to your new template markings. You will now connect that original point of reference to the underarm edge with another slope and add a 1/2 inch seam allowance above that. This is what your final template piece should look like. Once that is completed, we are going to make our shoulder template, starting by going over 1/4 inch from the outer top edge of our template. and make a point of reference. You will then draw on top of the slope line here that you just created for your new front bodice pattern piece, and you're going to add a 1/2 inch seam allowance right below that line. You then will want to connect those 2 points of reference with a slight curve. You will then draw directly on top of the original pattern template, and finally add a 1/2 inch seam allowance to this section here of the armpit. And this is what your final front shoulder pattern piece will look like for the front bodice. You will then take that template piece and lay it on top of the original Pansy pattern back bodice as a point of reference. Mark where this template piece ends, and from that point of reference that you just marked, you will connect that to the original inside portion of this template. And for the back bodice, your new pattern piece will look something like this. Alright you guys, so I cannot wait to get started with assembling my dress together. I cut out all of my pattern pieces last night and it was quite the feat, I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of math involved and adjustments to squeeze this dress out of 4 yards of fabric. In her instructions, she did explain that you will need 4 to 6 meters of fabric. So for me, I got 4 yards of fabric in order to make this dress, thinking it would be plenty. However, I was wrong. So I had to squeeze this dress out of these 4 yards of fabric. Every inch of fabric was used in order to cut out these pieces. And I did end up having to shorten the dress to a midi length instead of the ankle length. The original dress is not quite maxi because it's not hitting the floor, but I brought it up to about a midi length in order to still get the style of dress. And I like a midi length dress on myself, I don't mind that. So I had to do that in order to get everything cut out, which is totally fine. I'm gonna show you guys all of the pattern pieces. I'm gonna bring you guys over here to my table so you can see everything that needed to be cut out. I have my pieces that I had to cut out for the bow ties that are going through the skirt panels of the dress. Now, I did have to cut out a lot of pieces and I am going to have to attach them to each other to get the right length. And that is what I had to do for quite a lot of pieces, which I'm totally fine with because in the end result, you're not going to be able to tell that they're pieces that are attached to make this dress work. They just are going to work, which is good. And then I have bias tape for the neckline and keyhole opening at the back. I have the pieces for the bias tape that I need to use for the dainty bows that I want for the front of the dress. I then have the middle tier section. This is the channel that the bow is going to be going through, this piece, and then this is the actual middle tier section. And then I have the large tier that's on the bottom, which for this tier, I am going to have to sew panels together to get the length that I need. And here is the bow tie channel casing for that one. I have my front bodices, the right and left side, the shoulder panels that'll be going right along this area here, the front shoulder, all 4 pocket piece patterns, my 2 sleeve patterns, and the back bodice. So let's go ahead and just jump right into making this beautiful dress. To start off, I'm going to attach all of my bow ties to get the proper length. In Rosary Apparel's instructions, she explained to do 4" by 68" and 3/4 for the short ties that are on the middle tier, and 4" by 94.5" on the bottom tier. However, like I explained, I had to squeeze this out of my fabric. So instead, for me, I did 2" wide sections by 60 inches for the short ties that are on the top tier of the skirt, and 2" by 80 inches for the bottom tier of the skirt. So these are my short pieces and these are my long pieces. I have sewn together my bow tie strips. I have them set aside over there. And now I'm going to take my front and back bottom skirt panel pieces and I'm going to sew them together. Now that both of my front bodices are complete, I'm going to serge the top sections first with my serger. Now that I have serged the top sections of my bodice, I'm going to be attaching my bodice together at the center seam. And my goal is to sew going up, leaving a little bit of space in between to thread the bow tie in on either side. So I've decided I'm going to sew 6 inches up from the bottom. That way I leave space for the top of my dress to still open to thread through my ties. Flip these right sides together, starting at that 6-inch mark, and I'm going to sew down, leaving a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Just opening up my seam, pressing that flat. So now I'm going to take my seam allowance and roll it under so I could sew both of these flaps down. Right along this top portion of my bodice on both sides, I'm going to fold it down by 1.5 inches. So my dress is finally complete, and I feel like I feel this way about every dress that I complete, but this is definitely one of my favorites, and I know that this is going to be my new go-to dress, and I cannot wait to make it in a bunch of different colors and prints because it's such a beautiful fit. It's comfortable and overall just a great design. I love the flowy and breeziness of this dress, and it's a dress that you can definitely dress up with some cute heels and a nice bag, or dress down for a chill day with your family, at the beach, at the park. Literally, this is just such a good dress. I'm excited to see what this dress will look like on me when I'm not pregnant, especially because I love it so much already. So I give this pattern a 10 out of 10 to Rosary Apparel, and I'm in love with the hack that I made for the bodice of this dress, and I would love to see it with this hack if you guys decide to make it as well. I hope that you all enjoyed watching this video and feel inspired to make this dress for yourself as well. And if you did like this video, I would be so appreciative if you give this video a like and subscribe if you like this type of content, because I have much more to come your way. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you all next week for a brand new video.